Hey, what's going on, guys? Chris here from Signs of Life. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Celestine Max for Live device here in Ableton Live. It was kind of a twist of fate the other day when iJoe Audio reached out to me and said, hey, I've watched your channel and I was wondering if you wanted to take a look at some of my products. Ironically enough, a couple months ago, I was looking at his latest product, which was Spectronaut at the time. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to try this stuff. Maybe one day, our paths will cross. And lo and behold, an email in my inbox shows up and here we are. So we're going to be taking a look at his brand new sort of granular, I don't even know how to call this. It's basically the closest thing to a Mood Mark II or a microcosm that I've ever seen in software. He was really inspired by those pedals, and those of you guys who have been following me for a while know that I owned both of those pedals at one point in time. So we're going to be able to do this. Now, if you don't have Ableton Live, obviously you can't use this effect, but if you do, then this is going to be a very relevant video for you because he is only pricing this effect at only $15, which I think is really reasonable for what it is. So anyway, thanks for being here and let's go ahead and dive straight into it. Okay, so what I've got here is Celestine and it's down here on the bottom, and I'm going to actually make my my window a little bigger. I can't really do much because it is a Max for Live device. So now we're at 161 on our zoom level. So hopefully that's good enough for you guys to see it. Now I've just got a simple kind of blippy and bloopy kind of thing running here from Phaseplant. You guys can see that. This is from the Gen Phase, which is on Patreon here. And it's just doing a little blippy and bloopy thing. And here's Celestine. And what I'm going to do is just fire it up. And immediately you're going to hear right away what's going on. Check it out. So this is just the default mode here, okay? Really cool stuff. And we're gonna go through all the different modes, what these controls do, what's going on here on the right-hand side. There's a lot to cover here, all right? So let me just start off this tutorial by saying that Celestine is based on this whole idea of a buffer. So it captures audio in a very short buffer and then granulizes it, all right? It's not meant as a device to store audio or to make recordings with. It's really a real-time interaction device, right? So that's the thing, is over here on the left-hand side, you see we have time here. We also have live mode. So if I click on live, everything is just happening with a fixed buffer here. I can move the playhead around, okay? But if I click off live, right? I can move the actual playhead around. And you can see that the buffer is moving, okay? And so it's capturing different points of this audio in real time, okay? You can move the playhead here around different grains, right? So that's cool, okay? And if you want to just keep it static, just keep the move on manual here. And then I could either click and drag in here, or I could move the playhead itself, okay? So this is cool, all right? Now let's go over, you can actually put it in reverse too if you want. You can reverse the whole thing. You can see the buffer is now in reverse. That's cool. You can put it in a grid if you want. That's neat. So let's just leave it here for now and let's go over to the grain mode over here. Because there's 8 different modes, but they all have pretty much the same controls. So if you understand at least the first mode, you can pretty much understand them all. So the spray makes the buffer bigger. You can see that it kind of sprays the grains out. So now I can cover if you turn the spray all the way up and put your buffer to the right-hand side of the playhead, you can see we're covering the entire buffer. I guess that's 1 bar of audio. That's what he said. So that's cool. We got that, all right? The density is how many grains we're actually getting. You can see there's eye candy going up here. If I add more grains here, that's more slices of the audio. I've got a little demo track going on back here. You can see I'll put a bass on it. So already that sounds good, right? It's like, oh, wow. And this is what I love so much about my Mood and my Mood Mark II, and even my microcosm, which I still own. They're really cool effects. And this is no exception. right? And so that's the basic, you know, grain mode, where there's tons of stuff here. We got size, make it really short, really long. Now the pitch is interesting because this is the only pitch knob, and you might be wondering, okay, well, what do I do with this? Well, the pitch knob is actually tuned into fifths, which he found was more musical, which is exactly what the mood is tuned to. Check it out. If I up the pitch, it goes to a fifth up, octave up, octave and a fifth, 2 octaves. So obviously you could modulate that with any other Max for Live device or something, okay? But just so you know, the pitch is locked on all modes to fifths, okay? He might add like chromatic pitch in the future, we'll see. Now the jitter and the spread are interesting because those give it sort of a pitch warble, if you will, right? The jitter is actually kind of gently going a couple cents either way. You hear that? Okay, so if you want that kind of lo-fi effect, the spread does it even in a bigger way and makes absolute chaos. Stereo is the stereo. Now, as you guys know, maybe some of you don't, that each grain that is produced has a lot of information. It has pitch information, size information. It also has stereo pan. So if you go all the way to the left, it's right down the middle, and you go all the way to the right, you're getting a nice wide stereo field. This is reverse, so now all the grains are forward. Now they're all the way in reverse. So you can kind of have a mixture here. And this obviously smooths out the grains, right? But I mean, just listen to this, you know. I kind of went overboard with the demo track. But you can hear like the potential there for like a random source. And we haven't even added any effects on this. That's cool. I love that. And the dry wet's still at, you know, 50%. Love it. All right, let's dial this back down. So, going deeper into the whole Celestine thing, you can see over here that there is a magic button here on the right-hand side, right? This magic adds a certain amount of kind of effect. Each one is different. This sounds like a chorus to me. Okay, we'll add it with the bass. I don't even know what any of these do because he didn't say in the manual. He just said they add a certain amount of ear candy to each mode. Okay. This may be some sort of phaser or chopper. I don't know. 4. So it's kind of cool. Oh wow, that's pitch shifting, obviously. That's slow pitch shifting. So that's kind of interesting, right? You might add subtle amounts of that, like maybe you just go with one. It's too bad you can't go with multiple, but still kind of cool, okay? The dirt is obviously the distortion, right? So if you want a bit crushed grain here, oh yeah, love me a bit crushed grain. Oh yeah. Nice subtle amounts. This is a wavefold, so that's obviously the distortion. Sounds really good. And the reverb is not bad at all. It's not bad, okay? Let's bring up the dry wet here. Let's do it with the pitch. Ooh, that's nice. So it's got a nice onboard reverb. I like that. But what would go even better than just an onboard reverb? Well, I'm glad you asked. That's right, soul. You gotta plug your own plug-in, right? Oh yeah. Let's add some soul to this. We'll just use the default Solaris. Oh yeah. Add some space, add some clouds. Oh my god. That's insane. Wow. So you can hear, like, immediately Celestine is doing the thing. And for only $15, like, come on now. Link is down below in the description. Oh my gosh. Okay. Soul is just too good, isn't it? It's too good. Oh my god, I'm so happy it's here. Anyway. All right, we'll chill out Soul for a second. Let's just focus on the task at hand. So that's grain. That's the grain mode. All right. You can notice that there's sync here, which is kind of interesting. So if I turn on sync, it only lets out grains on an 8th note grid, which is kind of interesting. So if you have like that's why I put a beat here. So you can see it's a lot more musical when it's on the grid. Let's go to 16th notes. It kind of matches what's happening with the sequence. So that's kind of cool. Like if you need that, great. If you want to go full random, just turn off sync, okay? But you can see what sync does. I'm so glad he added that because that actually kind of makes it a little more rhythmic. Really nice. All right. So I think we're getting the whole picture here. We're getting the whole picture. All right, let's go finish off these modes here. Now that's grain. That's my favorite mode. Let's go to mosaic. This is interesting. Notice that the knobs have now slightly changed. Now we have a color knob here, giving us slightly different colors here. We turn off sync. Notice the size knob turns into a division here instead. That's kind of interesting. Okay. So that's mosaic, appropriately named, just like it is on the microcosm. The glide has a little bit of pitch on it. The manual goes over what all the modes do, by the way. Subtle amounts of glide there. Okay. Reverie. Love the eye candy here, though. That's really nice. Oh, yeah. Let's bring Soul back. Let's open up one of my presets from Solara. Let's do like Dwarf Star. Holy gorgeous. Oh my god. Yes, please. I mean, these two things were just made to be together, honestly. I'm like, wow. Incredible stuff. So that's Reverie and Soul doing the thing. Let's add the whole track. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Woo. All right. Wow. I really love the sync mode. I mean, as expected, that's really cool. God, Soul is so good. Okay, Bloom. This is interesting. Let's turn off sync. So you can see, like, there's slight differences. He really did think of a lot. Okay? And if you have something like, you know, a MIDI LFO or something like that, hint, hint, you know, you might be able to modulate this a little better. Tide. This one's interesting. Oh, yeah. Slight jitter there. I love it. It really does remind me of my mood, honestly. Kind of wish I still had it. This is Stars. So it's kind of going, it's traveling in between these two things, which I found was interesting. Like there's good descriptions in the manual. I encourage you to read it. Let's put the play in reverse. Oh yeah, turn up some magic and some soul. Oh yeah, Dwarf Star and Stars, a match made in heaven. Yeah. All right, final mode here, Orbit. Wow. Let's go back to Stars. I really like this. This is cool. It's like a pendulum. Oh my god. Soul is just killing it here. Absolutely killing it. Anyway, so that, my friends, is Celestine. And if you combine all these different modes with the fact that you can pitch shift the grains here, and then putting it into something like a granular delay here with a free plugin of mine, like this is extremely powerful. And like I said in the beginning, this is as close as I've gotten to a Mood or Mood Mark II, and even a microcosm here in software. And it's here now, and it's only 15 bucks. So go check it out. I encourage you to not only check out Celestine, but there's also Spectronaut and a host of other Max for Live effects on his website. I want to thank Ian from Ijo for just, you know, reaching out, because without him reaching out to me, then our paths would have never crossed and this video wouldn't have ever been created. And I'm just so excited about the future of iJoe, and I hope you are too. So enjoy Celestine. Thank you so much for watching. I'll come on here and say goodbye. Thanks a lot, you guys. What can I say? It's the Mood Mark II in software, inside the box. All right, you guys take good care, and as always, keep your heads in the clouds and your feet planted firmly on the ground. I'm Chris from Signs of Life. I'll see you guys in the next video.